Good morning, students. Once again, welcome back to today's class. You remember well, we have to continue from last but one paragraph from page number 19. We stopped at a point where Tenzing Norgay expressed his gratitude to his previous team leader Lambert, who gave him a red scarf. And he forgot his tiredness after that achievement. Okay. And he was feeling very happy. So that was the point where we stopped. Let's continue from there. Below all the hills and mountains looked like gods and goddesses to me. Below all the hills and mountains looked like gods and goddesses to me. The plains below looked like so many broken pieces of the map. If you have a lot of trust in God, if you have a lot of faith in God, everything looks like God. Godliness, that's what we call. You know, Everest mountain is the topmost mountain in the Himalayas. From standing there, when he was looking down, he could see so many mountains and peaks. Hills were there. Every hill, every mountain was looking like God and goddesses to him. All those mountains were looking like pieces of map. 2 or 3 people could stand there on the roof of the world. If you cut ice, 20 to 30 feet below the top, there was enough flat square for 2 people to sleep. When you reach the top of Mount Everest, if you make the ice clear on the peak, 2 to 3 people can stand there. And around 20 to 30 feet below the peak, there was enough place for 2 people to sleep. You could pitch one tent there. The summit is flat on one side and steep on the other. You can pitch a tent there, right? If you want to take rest there, if you want to sleep there, you have to pitch a tent there. And one side of that flat area was very steep, and other side mountain face was there. There is snow on the northern side, rocks on the south, and east, and snowy rock on the west. See, this is the description of the place where they were supposed to take rest for some time. They were lucky that there was no gale. Gale means very strong winds. It would have swept us away. Swept. Swept is the past participle of sweep. Sweep means to push away, to take away. Gale means very fast winds. My next thought was how to get down safely. So, when somebody is standing there on such a top, if fast winds, gale comes, they take the people away. The force of the wind will be so much. But fortunately for them, there was no gale. Now, after completing their journey successfully, after reaching there successfully, now Tenzing Norgay thought how to come down safely. You have to turn the page. This is page number 20. On the descent from the summit, I was walking behind Hillary. I was following him and holding the rope tightly. And my determination was to make sure he descended safely. I must say that climb down was more difficult and dangerous than climb up. If you slipped down, you would go into Kangsheng Glacier and there would be no trace left to you. Again coming back, there was the rope tight. By holding that rope, they were coming down. Hillary was at front and Tenzing was back. According to Tenzing, climbing is easy, but climbing up is easy, but climbing down is very difficult. Because if you slip down to a place known as Kangsheng Glacier. Glacier is a mass of ice, and once if you fell into that glacier, your life, it is not possible for you to survive. Life ends there. So that is why while coming down, they had to be very, very, very careful. Descent word is there. Descent, as you know, is the opposite word of ascending. Ascending is climbing, descending is coming down. So they were very careful to come down. Last part, concluding part, the subheading given is more caution needed. Of course, I took less time climbing down, but you needed more hoshiyar, caution. Hoshiyar is a Hindi word. Okay. You have to be very cautious. While coming down, one has to be very cautious. When I reached Camp 9, my first thought was, thank God, we have been spared an accident. Spared escape. And if up to now there have been no accident, I hope there will be none in the future. I have always prayed to God and He had saved me. Now, they were sure that as up to this time there was no accident. Even in the future there will not be an accident. Because the risk part is almost over. Thus they were very thankful to God. At Camp 9, Hillary and I were in no mood for any talking. We just attended to our own things. We stayed there about half an hour. We boiled some snow to make lemon water and drank it. When we left, we took only our sleeping bags and left everything else behind in the tent. Now, slowly they are coming down. At Camp 9, they did not speak to each other. They boiled water, ice water, and add some lemon juice to it. They drank it, and excluding sleeping bags, including tent, they left everything there because those things are not needed now. So that is why they took only sleeping bags and they were coming down. From Camp 9th to Camp 8th, where we spent the night, was an easier job. From Camp 9th to Camp 8th they came, and it was very easy. And in the Camp 9th they spent, in the Camp 8th they spent the night. Just above Camp 8th, where others could see us, I raised my arm with my thumb up. Then, before coming to Camp 8, they could see some people where Tenzing showed thumbs up like this. Then there were two people. One CWF Noisy. CWF is Cuthbert Wilfrid Francis Noisy. It is a complete name. He is known as CWF Noisy. And WG Lowy. WG means Willis George Louis saw us, and their faces flushed with joy. Right? Flush is expression of happiness on the face. Right? Become pinkish. As we got near to Camp 8, Louis came to meet us and came up about 300 feet with tea and coffee. And when the above 300 feet from Camp 8, Loy came with cup of tea and coffee for these people. Another 50 feet down, we met Noisy, who brought us more tea. Again, after some time, they met Noisy. After coming down 50 feet, the tea smelled kerosene. Apparently, it had been made in a hurry, and somehow some kerosene got into the welcome cup. But I thought, since the gentleman had taken so much trouble to bring it, I was going to enjoy it, whatever the smell. And the tea brought by Noisy smelled kerosene. Perhaps, right, Noisy was hurry enough to prepare tea, and some drops of kerosene might have been dropped by chance into the tea, and it was smelling kerosene. But in spite of it, without saying anything, these people, Tenzing and Hillary, drank tea because they know very well that how much efforts Noisy has taken to prepare that cup of tea. So this is all about the story. See, easy works can be done easily, but every great work needs lot of efforts. So Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary successfully completed their expedition to Mount Everest and they returned. So this is the end of the story. For last 3 weeks, we have been talking about the lesson. I sent you many assignments. I am very happy to tell you some of the students are doing their work right nicely. They are sending their answers to me. I am correcting them. Some of the students are not at all doing. Others also must do. Without completing the exercise, we may not understand much of the topic. That is why do it. And there are few exercises here, and one is about correction of sentences regarding degrees of comparison, and another thing is changing the sentences into passive voice. Okay. So let us talk about changes we have to make while changing the sentence into passive voice. Or otherwise you can do one thing. Okay. I'll send you sentences for degrees of comparison and active voice, passive voice. Think over them, try to change them, and try to correct them, and let us take it as a lesson in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.